And we are going to get that winners round 2 match of MJG versus 8BitMan. Definitely going to see 8BitMan go Rob. MJG Toon Link? Or will he go Villager?
I'm predicting Villager, because if the Diddy Kong comes out, Villager is way better than Tink. Villager does pretty well in that matchup.
Yeah.
Should be interesting, though. MJG is one of the premier villagers in the Midwest. He's been around for as long as possible. In like 2015, he basically owned the Midwest, going to everything, beating up everyone. We've all since leveled up, but MJG is still definitely a force in doubles, too, as well as singles. And he's going to be rocking this villager. It looks like it was going to be the Rob, though, for 8BitMan.
Okay. Well, and I think some people forget that MJG the best Toon Link in Brawl. So, looks like they're going to be doing a button check here. This will be the first one of the day. And I think MJG's happy with his pick, well, unless they did an accidental Omega stage pick there. Well, we shall see. 8BitMan just warming up that Rob. And this will be an interesting matchup of Rob versus Villager. A lot of slingshots, a lot of combos for Villager to get on Rob just because he's so big, but also because not a lot of combo escape moves.
Rob is a glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
It's the best way to put it.
It was a really interesting button check. Like, 8BitMan was moving around, MJG literally just stood there. He was like, I think my buttons are fine.
That's confidence. That's bravado. That's I'm ready. You're not ready. You got to make sure your buttons are good. I know I'm good.
Oh, and MJG,
I got this.
Now he just reset his controller?
Maybe he was having an issue in the first place. We shall see.
That's why you get all this stuff figured out before the match. So, and now they're just jumping into Smashville. Looks like both players are ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Projectile versus projectile. Let's get it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be some heavy zoning. Before we saw patience, this will be some more patience, but in a different kind of way. Let's see. MJG getting all the single turnips out of the way. Oh! Quickly pocketing and throwing the laser. He didn't even have a chance to finish in his pocket before he threw it.
The tree anti-air of the year.
Well, in Nebraska, we do have Arbor Day, so we're always happy to see Villager plant those trees.
Is Arbor Day just a Midwest thing? Because we have that in Chicago.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a Nebraska thing. I don't know. Because I think on the sign...
Pretty sure that's a national holiday.
Man, and we don't get it off work? Come on, man. Where's the respect for the trees?
1% separating these two from this very slow-paced scramble. Minute gone.
Ooh. That back air being so dangerous from Rob. Unfortunately, just a little too much startup on it. Now, Rob does have a reflector, but I don't... He gets the nair to up air conversion. Wonderful play by 8BitMan.
One thing Rob does have better than Villager in this matchup is those kill confirmed situations. At least better 50-50s and just good, better ways to set up those stocks. Villager has to kind of find these straight hits, get like a read on a ledge get up situation, or set up a tree. Those are really your most reliable ways to kill, as well as bowling ball on the ledge.
That's right. Yeah, this is very... Oh, and the
Surprised he didn't go for the axe, but that did do it.
Yes, he knew he didn't need it. He's like, why do I need this heavy-duty, sharp-edged weapon when I just got this twig? That'll get rid of a robot.
Now, another interesting thing about this matchup, and actually all the matchups that you could play Villager in versus 8BitMan, Diddy Kong and Rob, if that top is in Villager's pocket, Rob can't pull another one because it still exists on the stage. He has to pull out that top just like that and put it back in his pocket every 30 seconds. And it resets. If it's in the pocket for 30 seconds, it just disappears and Rob can get another one.
It's such a weird thing. Like, I understand it's a balance thing, but as just practical sense, where does it go? You put it in his pocket. Like, where?
You played Animal Crossing?
He
has like furniture in his pocket.
Animal Crossing is one
Man's
of the
pockets
games.
run deep.
Animal Crossing, unfortunately, one of those games that have not played yet.
Grab it on Switch when that inevitably comes out.
Yeah, I do plan to get a Switch in the next few months.
3DS version is excellent too.
8BitMan using these nairs so well, able to get in on Villager and avoid those slingshots. But
Okay, we're good. I think everyone just held their breath for like 2 seconds. Like, is this happening? It did not happen.
Oh, I wonder what.
Yeah, that downer goes like through the stage a little bit.
So the downer was going through the stage, but also watch out for the gyro. It's going to come down.
He can put it back in his pocket now, but he's going to keep the pressure on. Nope, disappeared. Now Rob has access to that tool again.
Yeah, that is his best edge guarding tool. But Villager with the ability to pocket it and keep it away from this match.
And Villager holding center really well with these slingshots. The tempo is just slingshot, slingshot, slingshot. Just doesn't let Rob get any kind of headway in the stage.
That was a really scary situation. The tree almost grew right in front of 8BitMan. MJG cutting it down, but it's not going to hit 8BitMan. These slingshots just... Oh,
this might be bowling ball time. Oh, very close. Good recovery, though, from 8-Bit.
Yes, being very patient and hiding under the stage. Luckily, Rob does have the ability to stall his recovery very much.
MJG slowing things down. He does not want to overextend. It's actually less than 2 minutes on the clock, believe it or not. Tree. Oh, and he had the roll.
Oh, I was going to say, if we saw another up tilt, that would have done it.
But MJG getting poked out now. And 8-Bit's got the stage again. Okay, top goes down.
Oh,
he
no,
missed
he
the
read
mark.
it! He had the setup!
We have some spaghetti coming both ways on this side of the map.
He's got to be very careful. Now the axe is sharpened and ready by MJG, but these slingshots, one sweet spot close to the edge.
If the axe lands onto 8BitMan's shield, though, there should be a punish for the stock. So you can't overextend with the axe. You can't just go for a read. I think that's why we're not seeing bowling ball on the ledge here either, because that up air can just poke through the ledge too.
Oh, and he almost sniped him. Okay, so he's got the gyro set up.
He's going to buy some time with the Lloyd Rocket. 43 seconds remaining. The lead is on MJG's side, and I think he's already thinking timeout with that little bit of a stall under the stage.
Yeah, be very careful, because if Rob gets close, an up throw will do it.
What?
Oh, no, what?
Huh?
I've
never seen that happen.
I mean, I've seen it happen, but he didn't stay under the ledge that long.
It persists. The fuel on those balloons is a persistent thing. So he stalled a little earlier. Like, it works actually very similarly to Rob's fuel. You need time to recharge it.
It just seemed like
That's the most anticlimactic way for any match to end ever.
Yeah, how do we end a near
goodness.
timeout in SD? Like, okay.
And not even like a tricky one. Like you had to go for a tough recovery. It's just, oh,
now
I'm dead. Goodbye.
Well,
So MJG's just got to shrug it off because 8BitMan's got the game victory from that.
yeah, 8BitMan definitely going to take that victory. And it was interesting because I saw MJG take his cursor off of Villager.
Think about the Toon Link?
He didn't hover Toon Link, but I wonder if he was thinking about it.
There's something to be said about just buying yourself a little bit of time to think anyway in between the match. You have that time, use it. Especially if you died in that way, you know, like collect yourself a bit.
Yeah, because I'm sure MJG's thinking, in one way you could think, oh, I lost that match, maybe I should go to my other character. But the other way of thinking it is, I was, what, 15 seconds away from winning that game?
You're also in the lead the entire time. I don't think he ever had a percent disadvantage. So just keep scrambling it out. One thing I would like to see, yeah, okay, there you go. Villager going for those up airs. We didn't really see many up air, down air usage at all. And I think there were plenty of times where Rob got a little too comfortable jumping.
I agree. I think MJG just seems he wanted to keep him out with slingshots, but we only saw turnips maybe twice, and they were at the very start of the match.
And the other thing like that's useful about turnips is Rob has, like, his nair is very strong because if you get the move out, it's pretty lagless. Ooh, oh, and there you go, turn it around. Excellent play coming out from MJG. Exactly what we prescribed, and he listened. That Nair, you see it. He's trying to,
Yeah.
Rob's trying to poke with it. It's very strong on shield because it's basically unpunishable. Oh, good DI.
Wonderful TI.
But it has a lot of startup. So you can come in and challenge Rob in the air if he's in the middle of starting up that move, and your move will probably come out faster.
Well, speaking of challenging, Rob has his shield poked just a little bit, and now it's getting back to full recovery. That tree just took so much out of it.
Rob's got the stage. Gonna set up with the lasers and the top.
I think MJG's just trying to get back to the stage. He's like, I don't want to be under the stage anymore.
And he's fighting really well right now while ahead. Even though he's been at disadvantage. Villager not really that uncomfortable in disadvantage. Oh, baby!
What?
Not enough.
Wow. Oh, and that tree almost hitting 8BitMan.
That was a really bold jump air dodge. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah.
okay, Tombstone? That'll do it.
Okay. I'm a little surprised he didn't do it earlier because he was right under the platform, but got the extra % from the pummel and quickly got him off the top right corner. So good job by 8BitMan for knowing the percentage.
This game also not really looking like it's going to be a timeout. I think someone is going to die, unless 8-Bit can like really clutch it back.
I mean, I don't know, because the last game, it was a minute 30 left, and they were both well over 100%, and that still almost went to a time. But I agree. I don't think it'll happen this game. 8BitMan trying to get in on MJG.
When you're at this level of play and you see the clock that far advanced, you really start to think, okay, nice setup there. You didn't want to go to the ledge because there's a tree. The platform looked like a safe place to land, but there was the up smash.
Yeah, MJG taking really utilizing Lilat very well in that set right there.
Yeah, definitely. Great counter pick. Worked out super well for the Nebraskan, Iowan, Kansasian. He's been all over the place.
The Midwesterns.
I don't know what I was commentating with. He said he calls it the Heartland. It's a good way to describe it. Because, like, there's the Heartland Midwest, which is like Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, etc.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
And North Dakota.
They don't really show up. But North Dakota's really big. South Dakota's really big. I don't really blame them.
Yeah, because I think I was in one of their Facebook pages one time, and they were saying, like, okay, to go to this tournament for us is like a 4-hour drive. And they were talking about a split in their PR, but people were like, well, your scene's so small. And it was like, no, you don't understand. We're not across the street from each other. It's like when people say go to Canada, and it's just like, guys, Canada's a large country. You don't just say.
It's like when people say, like, Gluttony, why don't you play Ixis all the time? It's like, yeah, I'm going from France to England just on a weekend. Sure. Whatever, dude. Yeah. But anyway, coming back to this match, we have the Diddy Kong in play for the Final Destination counter pick. And I believe, like, MJG probably didn't ban Final Destination because of the Rob. Thinking the Rob would stay around. But if you leave Final Destination open against anyone who plays Diddy, they're going to just go straight there. This is Diddy's best stage, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not against this counter pick at all by 8BitMan. He's got a wonderful Diddy. His Rob was doing really well. Game 1, he was able to take it. Game 2, I think he just felt like MJG figured it out. So he just wanted to kind of mix it up. Not to say that we won't see Rob again, but we'll see because he is just monkey flipping all over the place. Connecting all of these back airs, quickly adding percent.
He finds himself a little bit behind in the opening minute of this game, but with this, all Diddy needs is strong stage control against a character that can get juggled a lot, and you can start that Diddy Vortex right up, and coming in with these grabs is exactly what he needs.
Just like when he was robbed, 8BitMan has to be careful being off stage because we've seen MJG be very proficient in sniping those rockets off the Diddy players. Whether it be with the slingshot or the turnip.
Okay, first bowling ball of the set, actually, but he actually sneaks around, gets that back throw out of the situation, and the banana in the pocket of Villager. You see that exact same setup works both ways with the banana and the top.
Yeah, there's not too many things that are scarier than Diddy with the banana in his hand. So really smart by MJG to keep that in his pocket and keep recycling it, as you said, with that 30-second timer.
Oh, okay. We're living. It's a really scary spot there with Diddy's barrels, though. Villager has a pretty easy time of just lingering down there with that neutral air if you recover too predictably. So smart recovery from 8BitMan here, staying alive. got to find a way to clutch this out. Positions himself well on the corner. Oh, okay, but instead of getting the roll read, he rolls himself. Decides to reset.
Oddly, I don't think I've seen Diddy throw any down tilts yet. It's a really good spacing tool, but also helps to get into his tilt confirms.
Woo! He actually
boy.
snuck out that roll. I saw Diddy's life flash before my eyes, dude. That was spooky.
Yeah, everyone took a big breath. They were like, oh boy.
Slingshot going to challenge the forward smash of Diddy Kong. Actually pretty well here.
I'm loving the movement by 8BitMan. Be reversing the pop gun and the bananas.
And just directly challenging the Lloyd Rocket. There is a little bit of time where Diddy Kong, or the villager, I'm sorry, is vulnerable. That Lloyd Rocket hitbox doesn't start up until like about a 60 frames or something after.
Oh,
okay.
And he gets him with the up smash.
I like the cute recovery, but 8BitMan wasn't fooled.
Well, I think MJG was a little scared because he did get all of his balloons popped right before that. But Villager is a character where even after balloons pop, he shoots up for some reason because gravity, and was able to safely recover before.
He gets a little hop out of it, which is why it's so hard to get Villager, even if you are like a god amongst men and can snipe the balloons. We did see a balloon snipe in double top yesterday from one of the Mega Mans. It was either Swag or Yeti. It was nuts. Good delay. Don't want to fall victim to that bowling ball.
The Villager's got the banana.
I know a lot of Diddy Kongs in this matchup who just never pull banana.
Yeah, I can see that. I've also heard that in the Mario matchup too. But
Pikachu as well. Pikachu's very, like, even more violent than Diddy Kong is with banana, because Pikachu has like incredibly quick and strong smash attacks that he can like do. He can just do banana to run up sweet spot up smash, and it kills it like sub 100.
oh my goodness. Ooh, and the sweet spot back air is not gonna quite do it. 8BitMan's still living. Okay, that's once again he's rolled onto the stage when there's been a tree. I won't be surprised if MJG predicts it with a bowling ball next time.
And this could be enough rage to get an up throw up air KO from Diddy Kong. We'll see if he goes for it instead. Forward throw. All right, he must know the percents better than I.
Oh, and he almost sniped the balloons with the barrels.
Okay, get off me. Nice disadvantageous slingshot, but this is just clawing slowly but surely back into this game.
I was about to say, for the past 40%, maybe 50% now. Oh, no! Oh, and he had it right there. And MJG with the, even he's a little surprised that he got that.
How did he sneak that neutral air out? That was the sneakiest neutral air. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, 8BitMan can't be too upset because he did kind of get a steal from game one. MJG taking that game back.
This could have been a 3-0 in an alternate timeline.
Both ways. Who knows?
That's true. MJG now one game away from putting 8BitMan into the lower bracket, and I'm curious what is going through 8BitMan's mind here. Maybe going back to the Rob. Yep, I see the pick. And technically, technically MJG is locked into Villager in that situation.
I think 8BitMan just thinking, I want to go back to the character I feel most comfortable with. I mean, his Diddy looked really good there. He was, that up smash was right there in the perfect position, and he would have gotten that game.
Smash is a game of inches. And we'll see who prevails here inch by inch on Battlefield.
And maybe he went back to Rob because he thought, hey, with Battlefield, I like all the setups I can get with Rob more.
Oh yeah, could definitely be a stage consideration.
I know I've done that before. Anytime Battlefield's on the table for me, I'll always go Link. Like,
oh yeah.
No matter who I'm playing against.
That makes sense. There's a lot of characters who get a lot of shenanigans on Battlefield platforms. Okay, Lloyd Rocket being a little bit of a bully. And all these platforms also really offer a good opportunity for Villager to pressure with turnips.
That's true. But Rob has been using the platforms to his advantage a little bit more than Villager has so far. Constantly pressuring with up tilts and up airs. Doing a lot of damage, a lot of shield pressure.
So far, this game is adding up here to be another one of those timeout situations, even in the first minute. Only about 50% at that minute mark between both characters. and with the longer, further blast zones of Battlefield, it could lead to just a very long first stock. But right now, 8BitMan is rolling.
Yeah, he's really feeling it right now, and he's got the gyro set up ready. Oh,
Got
and
him.
then, like, yeah, there was nothing MJG could have done. He could have hopped down, and with Villager's recovery, he could have gone to either side, but
You can ledge drop Rising Pocket.
okay.
That just puts the thing in your pocket, but then you can get like down tilt off the ledge because you have to re-grab.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that Rob can do if he reads that you're going to do that. But Rob is going again. Got that top ready.
Rob is definitely going up the percents. He's not holding back, keeping the pedal to the metal with all of this offensive aggression, and MJG trying to answer back with all these slingshots. He's got the tree getting ready, planted in the middle.
The laser disregards the tree entirely, though.
Ooh.
That tree does block some projectiles. Not the laser.
Very high recovery from 8BitMan.
Crossing up past that Lloyd Rocket. Very smart.
Ooh, gonna get up air. Oh, and that'll do it. I think he was expecting an air dodge. He was just like, you're not gonna air dodge? Okay, I'm just gonna go.
The DI was crossed up, I think, a little bit as well. And that's just a 2-stock for Rob. Battlefield worked out brilliantly. I am going to eat my words about that timeout. Because as soon as I started that little thread, 8BitMan was like, I hear you. Let's get out of here.
Someone take timeout? Not again. No.
We're not going to see a Mega Man. No chance.
I think he just reset his controller again.
And now,
We're not gonna see
8BitMan
what it
is going to be locked into the character.
Yeah,
first.
so
The way character counterpicking works is the winner has to pick his character first. The loser gets the chance to pick that final matchup.
and he doesn't look like he's really thinking, so I got a feeling MJG is thinking what stage they're going to go to, and
He might go Tink. He might go Tink on the Rob. That's definitely a possibility here. If the Rob stays. If it's Diddy Kong, it's definitely Villager. If it's Rob, I'm not entirely sure.
I wonder if no, he was stuck with Rob the whole time, and yeah, I think you're right. MJG was just thinking, do I want to pull out Toon Link? I mean, it would be a Game 5 situation. You got to be pretty confident that you're going to switch characters.
In Game 5, you should. There's definitely some logic to saying pick your best character, matchup be damned.
We're going to Smashville again.
And now this is going to give the final destination portion of the stage to MJG whenever that taxi platform is off to the side. I think that MJG would be very confident in going to final destination versus Rob, but not as much versus Diddy. So, and since MJG won on final destination, he can't go back to that stage.
That's right. And maybe I'll jinx it again, but they're playing much more patient than before. Only a total of 50% has been added up. As I say that, 8BitMan starts to go in.
And see, MJG is trying to challenge the neutral air with the rising nair. That's not as much of a disjoint as the up air, especially if you can get 2 or 3 turnips out of your RNG. Maybe MJG just has really bad RNG and always gets 1 turnips.
Maybe.
I spend a lot of time commentating Panda Bear, and he always gets 3 turnips exactly when he needs it, so maybe MJG just gets the bad luck and Panda gets the good.
We've got a couple Villager players, too. We've got Skilliger and Bort. And Bort always seems to get the perfect luck. Ooh.
See, you can ledge drop down and pocket that, because that top is just an existing item on the stage.
Wow.
Sure, dude. All right. Why not?
I think even MJG was like, he ain't going to hold this.
He just had to nair. He was like in the perfect position to nair right over the top of
that. Let me get this straight. He didn't nair there, but he naired in Diddy's up smash. Like,
and look at that. That was a 1 turnip, and he eats crow for it.
wow. Just 8BitMan adding his own percent to himself, going that high in the blast zone.
I think he just didn't want to mess with that tree.
Ooh,
1 turnip twice. My theory, I'm liking my theory a lot here.
Panda Bear's holding all those 3 turnips.
Yep.
Wow.
That lingers. Even
That
Steven.
lingered really long. Surprising everyone, and we're back at 0-0 with 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. And this is very reminiscent of what it was at the very beginning. Both players being very patient, knowing that both players are on their last winter stock right now.
There's a lot of time left, though. Okay, boxing right in with the forward airs.
Ooh. He was loading up that down air.
Three one turnips, 4 one turn. That was a one turnip, right? It was obscured by
tell
the.
if it was 1 or 2.
It was obscured by his tag. I didn't quite see.
It definitely wasn't a 3.
Yeah. Man, MJG's got it rough.
He's saving it. Next, we're gonna see like three turnips in a row.
Okay, pocketing in that laser. These fairs are just doing so much work though for 8BitMan.
MJG smartly going to the other side of the stage. Doesn't want to get his balloon popped by that down air.
Didn't want that top. Get out of here.
He's got to be very careful. I think he's a down throw up air away from dying.
That's what's so scary about Rob. You don't want to get grabbed in any of these situations. Villager pretty good at just staying away from grabs though, especially against slower characters like Rob.
When he gets all of that up smash, but Rob is a very heavy character. That's not going to kill just yet, but it does put that fear in 8BitMan saying, hey, I've got this move. Don't forget about it. Another one turnip!
Wow. Feels bad, man. That narrowing it because of the balloons and the snipe? No, okay, we're living.
Oh, choking on myself. So oh!
These nairs are crossing up MJG so hard right now, and 8BitMan's in a pretty prime position. And again, he spent so much time just recovering because of that elongated edge guard.
Yeah.
And 8BitMan's going to take it 3-2.
And I think even MJG, that time he knew it. Where the first time he kind of looked on his head like, I'm a little surprised. But even that time I saw MJG like, yeah, I think he knew he was risking it.
He was in disadvantage for so long, and that's just fuel burned, fuel burned, fuel burned.
Yeah.
Excellent play by 8BitMan there at the end. Really.